Paris is one of the most hyped cities on Earth. Some people visit and say it's the most beautiful city they've ever seen, and others leave wondering what the hype was about. There's a reason many call it the most overrated city in the world, but it's not because they're right. It's because they do it wrong. So here are the 5 rookie mistakes tourists make in Paris. Number 1. Staying only around the Eiffel Tower. Many first-time visitors think they need to stay right next to the Eiffel Tower to get the real and authentic Paris experience. But once you actually get there, the area can feel super crowded, expensive, and honestly a bit touristy. The Eiffel Tower is amazing to see, but Paris isn't just a landmark. The best parts of the city are the neighborhoods where you just walk around with no plan. Places like Le Marais have hidden cafes and cool little streets everywhere. Montmartre feels completely different with its hilltop views and old Paris vibe. The Latin Quarter is packed with energy, cheap food spots, bookstores, and students everywhere. Like many international cities, Paris is very spread out and decentralized. Don't just follow the beaten path. That's when Paris starts feeling cinematic instead of just crowded. Number 2. Eating at restaurants right next to tourist attractions. This is probably the easiest way to spend a fortune on average food. If you're sitting directly beside a major landmark and the menu has giant photos, 6 different languages, and someone outside trying to convince you to come in, it isn't possibly a tourist trap. It is. Some of the best food in Paris comes from the places tourists almost walk straight past. Tiny bakeries with no seating, small family-run restaurants down side streets, random cafes packed with locals instead of tourists. One fresh pastry from a proper Paris bakery at 8 a.m. hits harder than half the expensive and prestigious restaurants people book months in advance. Number 3. Not learning the metro system. At first, the Paris metro looks confusing, chaotic, and slightly terrifying. But once you use it a couple times, you realize it's one of the best ways to experience the city. Paris traffic can be brutal, especially during peak hours, and Ubers add up insanely fast. Meanwhile, the metro can get you almost anywhere quickly for a fraction of the price. A lot of tourists waste both money and time because they're too intimidated to use it. And weirdly enough, riding the metro, hearing the station announcements, and coming up the stairs into random neighborhoods actually makes the city feel more real. You stop experiencing Paris like a tourist and start experiencing it like daily life. Number 4. Trying to see everything. This is probably the biggest mistake of all. People arrive in Paris with a checklist of 30 places they need to see in 3 days. Louvre, Eiffel Tower, Arc de Triomphe, Versailles, Seine-Creuse, catacombs, Disneyland, museums, photo shoots, shopping, everything. And they end up exhausted. Paris isn't really a city that's best experienced by rushing. Some of the best moments happen when nothing is planned. Sitting outside a cafe, people watching for an hour. Walking along the Seine at night while the city lights reflect on the water. Finding random streets that aren't on TikTok or travel guides. The slower you experience Paris, the more magical it starts to feel. Number 5. Ignoring scams and pickpockets. Most people visit Paris and have absolutely no problems, but tourists still get caught out every single day because they aren't paying attention. Paris has a reputation for a reason, and thousands of tourists find out the hard way every year. But with basic precautions and common sense, you will be fine. Around major tourist areas and train stations, you'll sometimes run into fake petitions, bracelet scams, distraction tricks, or pickpockets working in crowded areas. Usually it's less about danger and more about distraction. If someone aggressively approaches you near a tourist attraction, just keep walking. Don't flash wallets, phones, or passports around in crowded places. And if something feels off, trust your instincts and get out of the area. The funny thing about Paris is that the exact same city can feel overrated to one person and life-changing to another. Usually the difference is whether they experience the real Paris or just the tourist version of it. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider subscribing. We'll see you in the next one.